Business objectives and guidelines. Why are you doing this business? Dissemination of the latest information and human resource development with a view to work style reform. Promoting cloud computing by utilizing Microsoft 365. Compensating for the shortage of human resources due to the declining birth rate and aging population. Utilization of human resources in Okinawa, the Philippines and BPO business through telework. Measures to prevent GDP from falling from Southeast countries around 2040. Expansion and dissemination of homes based on elderly people living alone and elderly care. Hware. Whom? Market. Okinawa and small companies moving to M365 due to work style reform. Izakaya, store, restaurant, hotel, development in Okinawa stores and organizations that operate. Neighborhoods of resorts and malls that are expected to attract customers in the Philippines. Along the coast in areas where luminous shellfish live. About 2 hours from the airfield, Tagaytay and Bataan, and remote islands. How to? Why are you doing this business? Microsoft 365, SharePoint, experts are extremely utilization of little know-how. Utilization of knowledge and human resources network related to the Philippines. What's the specific? Support for cloud computing by utilizing the M365 of the former Karasaba system. Series DAISY series. Provision and dissemination of Microsoft 365 know-how. BPO business through telework in Okinawa and Philippines. Provision of excellent human resources in the Philippines. Izakaya, restaurant, hotel, development department in Okinawa. Creation of food stall business. Compressed rice cracker shop in the Philippines, teppan, yakisoba, etc., octopus yaki, Okinawa soba, and ramen. Noctilucent shellfish collection, accessory processing and export in the waters around the Philippines. Providing a comfortable nursing care environment in the Philippines. Who? With whom, and where? Okinawa business creator, IT expert, M365 expert, Philippines expert, and network officer. Started a business in Naha, Okinawa. August 20, 2023 drinking party with members from the Salariman era. Contents: what can be considered in Okinawa, the Philippines. August 27, 2023 weekend lunches and dinners. Contents: introducing Philippines-related business. PPTX reading video, YouTube. August 31, 2023 pensioners and business in the Philippines. Contents: about the UI series and food stalls, Philippines. September 4, 2023 Okinawa home cooking restaurant pre-opening. Contents: introducing Tsujido's Okinawa home cooking restaurant and Okinawan cuisine. September 17, 2023 The future of business in the Philippines and Okinawa. Contents: introduction of Tsujido's meeting and Okinawa and Philippines, including BPO business. September 28, 2023 commencement of preparations for business in the Philippines and Okinawa. Content: about the UI series on cloudification with Microsoft 365. September 30, 2023 Okinawa and the Philippines near beautiful beaches. Contents: list of things to do in Okinawa and Philippines business. October 2, 2023. Can Filipinos blend in with Japan? Contents: Can you get used to the language and climate of Japan? About the residents, 4LDK, in Okinawa for invited human resources. October 5, 2023. How Filipinos can settle and work in Japan. Contents: Work visa and family visa in Japan, BPO work in the Philippines. October 7, 2023. Intelligence quotient, language ability, and art of life. Content: The art of living is language and conversation skills in English, Tagalog, and Japanese. October 12, 2023. Moving to Okinawa and utilizing Filipino human resources. Contents: List of things to do on the Okinawa side of the Okinawa Philippines business. October 16, 2023. Japan's weak yen and declining birth rate and aging population. Content: Confirmation of Japan's shortage of workers and those who have already been invited. October 18, 2023. The first day of the Okinawa visit. Contents: Cloud-based UI series, confirmation of the current situation of employment in the Philippines and Okinawa. October 20, 2023. Day 2 of Okinawa visit. Contents: Sightseeing tour of Okinawa expansion project, search for housing, confirmation of employment status in the Philippines. October 22, 2023. Okinawa visit day 3, last day. Contents: Okinawa Kokusai Street exploration tour. 2023-10 Early, Microsoft 365 Tenant Preparation for KJS. Creation of e-learning sites, customization, and other case study sites in 1 week. Client-server system SharePoint verification site preparation. Table migration. System migration verification. 2023-11 Mid-month, website preparation. Sakura's rental server standard, month/425 yen, site launch in 1 week. The following sites are used as references. Entrance of specific skills. Paradise Labs. Ryukyu Asia Human Resources Holdings. 2023-11 Mid-month, preparation for starting a limited liability company, joint launch with Mr. Akamine. Preparation of business plan, Microsoft 365 utilization project, utilization of IT subsidy, compilation of human resource information on work visa, first stage, 38 people. Creation of N5/N4 acquisition site and YouTube site for work visa PH human resources, N5/N4 acquisition request for work visa PH human resources Philippines. 2023-11 Around the end of the month, registered as a limited liability company, Okinawa, I provided a capital of 500,000. 2023-12 Mid-month, Support Fund Information Research, Okinawa. 2023-12 In the middle of the month, it is expected to take about 3 months to apply for a permit. Worker Dispatch Business License Registration Support Organization Number Paid Employment Placement Business License. 2023-12 Late month, Philippines Trip 12/25 1/7 Marikina City, Philippines. Preparation of agent work, starting a business, interviews with human resources on a work visa explanation and consultation of food stall development, explanation and consultation of BPO business in the Philippines. Japan made residence arrangement by Carpenter Group, Japan-made residence. 1. Start of construction of low-cost model house, first-class architect support request. Japan-made residence. 2. Proposal for the construction of an intermediate model house, friend. 2024-01. Around the beginning of the year, the chairman and president of a computer company visited the company of acquaintances, people who were indebted to them. Mr. Higuchi, president of System Argo, Mr. Fujiwaka, and Mr. Miyakashi. Mr. Fujiwaka, president of Unisoft, Mr. Fukasawa, president of Nissan Computer Systems, and Mr. Kazumori, president of Estrella. Fact-finding survey of information gathering and temporary staffing business of Microsoft 365 related businesses, recommendation for entry into Microsoft 365 related businesses. Supporting cloud computing by utilizing Microsoft 365. The UI series, which has more than 100 customers, and the DAISY series, which has been deployed by users, are supported by the cloud by utilizing Microsoft 365, SharePoint. By utilizing the Japanese version of e-learning information and customization resources for Microsoft 365 knowledge and on-site user support information and know-how. The English version originates from Philippines and Singapore is also involved, and it is expanded to global companies in Japan, Philippines, and Singapore. Utilizing the know-how of Microsoft 365, SharePoint, we are developing BPO business through telework in Okinawa and the Philippines. Microsoft's main product is now used by 500 million companies around the world, providing e-learning materials, providing customized assets, and providing educational staff. Provision of excellent human resources, lack of Japan human resources who work seriously in Okinawa. Is it an abundance of jobs for foreigners? In the Philippines, the bride's mother used to work as an agent, and if you can accept her in Okinawa, you can use izakaya or cafeteria or restaurant. We urgently recruit reliable and serious human resources who can become bilingual human resources at hotels, bed making, etc., and invite the bride's brothers, relatives, and relatives of acquaintances. My sister is related to hotel management, and my sister has lived in Japan for 1 year, so of course she came to Japan after studying simple Japanese, N5 level, in the Philippines. The Filipinos mentioned above are very serious and enthusiastic about their work, and several of them graduated from college, Philippines. Even if the minimum wage starts, we can provide dreams and hopes of working in Japan, which will lead to the provision of excellent workplaces where you can work for a long time, unlike Filipino pubs. Filipino school teachers earn about 30,000 pesos, 80,000 yen, maids in Dubai and Singapore earn about 25,000 pesos, 70,000 yen, and even at the minimum wage starts. It is expected that about 100 people will easily gather in the Filipino network. Jobs for foreigners in Okinawa. Support for obtaining work visas, invitation support, and mediation. Working in Okinawa to introduce and dispatch Filipino human resources to the above operations. Software development staff, e.g. KJS Inc. VFX designer, e.g. Trisashi Co. Ltd. Cooking and kitchen guest services staff, e.g. Friday Co. Limited, small luxury hotel. Food manufacturing staff, e.g. GFF Inc. Izakaya/convenience store staff, cash register, product display, side dish cooking, etc. Hotel staff, front desk, room cleaning and bed making, dishwashing, washing and washing area. Example, Alama Haina Conti Hotel. Foreign employees, staff, emails, and telephone responses in English, customer support in English. Building management and maintenance staff. Construction site staff. Accessories, raw shell harvesting and export. Export of luminous shellfish to accessory processing and dealers on Ishigaki Island, Okinawa Prefecture. Find a broker who exports luminous shellfish and mediate or watch the sea around Puerto Galera and connect it to the income of his brother's wife and family. Compressed rice cracker shop, street food Philippines expansion. Octopus senbei shop on Inashima Shrine Street, teppanyaki, yakisoba, okonomiyaki, takoyaki, and street ramen Philippines development. We considered about 3 places around the resort areas: Puerto Galera, El Nido, and Bataan, where there are many people. This place also catches octopus, shrimp, and squid, and uses the developed sorts that can be exported to lead to business. Minimize risk by utilizing reliable acquaintances and relatives for sales personnel. Okinawa Restaurant Philippines. In the Philippines, there are Japan restaurants and ramen restaurants, but there are no Okinawan restaurants, so Okinawan restaurants are expanding to areas where Japan and relatively rich people gather. Rather than the weak yen Japan, which has high food costs, labor costs, and store maintenance costs, the Philippines has 1/10 of GDP, so even if you offer a low price, it will lead to a high profit margin. Providing an environment where people can provide nursing care in a comfortable manner. Taking advantage of our experience working at the nursing home Tsukui, we will develop starter human resources for the Philippines base in the near future. We also prepare an environment where cheap nursing care is possible, and even if you live on a cheap pension, you can move to a tropical land where Japanese is spoken. Those who are currently running a nursing home in the Philippines, those who want to operate an elegant rental house and party room. With the cooperation of those who have completed nursing care training in Japan, local nurses and doctors, we will provide an environment where you can provide nursing care that is suitable for you. Establishment of a base for disseminating English education in Okinawa. Cultivate Filipino-English conversation and disseminate correspondence courses online and Zoom, and establish a base in Okinawa before moving to the Philippines or studying abroad. The school in the Philippines is expecting a collaboration with La Salle, Lipa through an acquaintance, Filipino, Professor La Salle, Associate Professor at the Japan Institute of Foreign Studies. Utilization by providing rental cars. Mercedes SLK 200, red, in 2-seater open, Mercedes A170, black, in 1BOX. Jobs for foreigners in Okinawa. Inviting Filipino human resources, work visas, and dispatching them to places accepting foreigners in Okinawa is a comprehensive business that includes promoter work and dispatch services for the Philippines and Okinawa. This is a direct business, and the commission of the promoter in the Philippines and the commission of the dispatch agency in Okinawa are all company revenues. Promoters in the Philippines take the first 10 150,000 pesos, 25 380,000 yen, per person from those who want to work abroad, and if Filipinos work abroad, they need to prepare money in advance, which is a barrier for those who want to work abroad. As a company business, it is easy to acquire human resources by deducting salaries in consideration of travel expenses to Okinawa, and food expenses for 2 months until you receive your salary. The work visa is initially for 3 years, but can be repeated for 2 years with a continuous extension. Temporary staffing fee, 30% deducted every month. Most of them work in Japan for more than 10 years, save money and return to Japan, or get married and live permanently. Unlike Japan dispatch agencies, the retention rate is good. This flow cannot be done unless you are familiar with the situation in the Philippines, so it is a gap business that most people in Japan have not yet done. It's similar to the old Filipino pub invitation, which is only for 6 months, and the work visa for a decent job is handled by the big companies with the intervention of overseas promoters and temp agencies. We are recruiting human resources from Vietnam in the IT field, Indonesia and Thailand in the nursing care industry, and the Philippines and Vietnam for major companies Fujitsu and Toshiba. 10 years from now, there is expected to be a shortage of more than 800,000 IT human resources in Japan, and the share of the utilization of foreign human resources is expanding and developing. There are still many job openings, and you can check them at the following URL. Indeed, Guidable Jobs My Navy Global. List of foreign human resources example. Business plan and work schedule, draft.